So I'm going to start my presentation with a video from the ambassador, the Spanish ambassador here in the Philippines. Hopefully everything will work properly. Yeah.
Distinguished representative of Spanish and European universities, Filipino students and guests, it is a great pleasure to welcome you all to our booth Spanish Embassy in Manila in this higher education fair. This year, Filipino students will have a great opportunity to discover 17 public, private and business schools from all regions of Spain. Studying in Spain is a life-changing experience and an unbeatable choice. This fact is not just the biased opinion of a Spanish ambassador, but the firm statement of many international students. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, many international students were choosing Spain as their favorite destination. The nation was welcoming more than 200,000 students a year, with numbers on the increase. Students who chose Spain as a study abroad destination will not be limited by choice. Spain is host to around 80 universities, both private and public, each with an expertise across a broad range of subjects, from law to hospitality management to degrees in science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. You'll be sure to find a university with a program best suited for you. In our country, Filipino students will feel at home thanks to many centuries of common history and shared cultural heritage. In Spain, not only will you enjoy one of the best standards of living, but also you will feel safe, as Spain is one of the safest countries of the European Union. Besides, neither the language nor the cost should be a problem. Spanish universities have plenty of undergrads and postgrad programs in English and have a good offer available for all pockets with a wide range of academic fees. Another concern that you may have would be the entrance in Spain, working while studying and staying in the country after you finish your studies. For studies or voluntary work exceeding 90 days, a study visa is required that will be delivered in the Consulate General of Spain in Manila. Working part-time while studying is also possible, according to our regulations. Students can work to a maximum of 20 hours per week during the academic term, and they can work full-time during holiday period. Another great piece of news is that after finishing a postgraduate program, a Filipino student can legally stay in Spain for another year while looking for a job, without the need of traveling back to the Philippines again. Finally, I would like to thank the EU delegation in Manila for making this fair possible year after year, and of course my heartfelt thank you to the Spanish Service for the Internationalization of Education and to all Spanish universities for joining us as well. We hope you will enjoy the great dynamic offered that we are bringing to you, and we are looking forward to welcoming you in Spain. Maraming salamat. Muchas gracias.
Margot. So, study in Spain. All right, these are the 4 topics we are going to be dealing with today in around 10 to 15 minutes, just for you to organize your minds in order to listen to what I'm going to tell you. First of all, I'm going to tell you who we are, because maybe if we read SEPIE, and any kind of institution asking for this kind of program, okay? And on the other side, we promote the study in Spain brand abroad, so Spanish higher education system. And then, second point of my presentation, the Spanish university system. In Spain, we have at the moment 91 universities. We have 232 university campuses and 21 campuses of international excellence. We have 50 public universities and 41 private universities. There was somebody from a Spanish university that was telling me a few minutes ago that they had the visit from some Filipino students and they didn't understand the difference between a public and a private university. Is that correct? Do you have any kind of problem in knowing the difference between a public and a private university? Okay, yeah, you understand the difference. Okay, so public universities are governmental universities, so they have some fares, some prices, and then private universities belong to private institutions and the prices are usually higher. That's the difference, okay? So when we think of Spain, I always insist to the students that Spain is not only mainland, it is also the Balearic Islands and the Canary Islands. And students, most of the times, when they think about Spain, they think of Madrid and Barcelona. But of course, on this map, you can see there are little red dots everywhere in the country. That means in every dot, you can find universities. So the smaller the city, the cheaper cost of life there is. So you should take that into consideration. Of course, there are lots of cluttered little red dots in the center of Spain. That is where Madrid is located. And on the northeast, there are some other cluster of red dots. That is Barcelona. But of course, you can see there are universities all around the country and also on the islands. So why Spain? I mean, why should Spain be an option for you or for your children? Or, yeah, why? Well, first thing, we are a very popular destination among students. So this is the number of international students in Spain since 1996. So we started with 14,000 people, and numbers have gone up to more than 200,000 students every year in Spain. And if we talk of Europe, within Europe, Spain is destination number one. We are number one for European students coming to study in our country. So there must be a very good reason behind. Then, as I said, these are the specific numbers from school year 2019-2020, more than 200,000, as I said, which is 12.8% of total students, total enrollment in Spanish universities. We do differentiate between credit mobility and degree mobility. So degree mobility means they come to study the whole degree, all 4 years, and credit mobility maybe for 1 year or a few months. Okay. And then, what is the situation with students from the Philippines in Spain? Well, these are the numbers, okay, from school year 14-15 till 2021. Of course, there was this pandemic that we had in the past 2 years, so numbers went down a little bit. But now I know that numbers are increasing again in the past year. And these are the numbers from Filipino students coming from the Philippines into Spain. But of course, we have Filipino people living in Spain already. And those numbers, for instance, if we go to the school year 2021, those numbers are different. It's 300 Filipino students studying in Spain at the moment. But here they are only talking about the ones flying from the Philippines into Spain. Okay, so why Spain? Well, first of all, the Spanish language. Okay, I'll tell you later on why, but you can guess it. Our high standard of living, our cultural and geographical diversity and richness, the English taught programs that we offer. We are fully aware that in South America, for instance, students are interested in coming to study in Spanish, but in some other parts of the world, like Asia, we understand that many students are not able to speak the language yet. So we offer these English taught programs, innovation and technology, and the visa policy that we are trying to have in Spain. So coming back to the Spanish language, do you recognize who they are? Don Quixote and Sancho Panza. Yeah, so Spanish is the second language in the world by number of speakers and the second language of international communication. So for any student, the fact of being able to speak English and Spanish is an asset for them for their future careers. Spanish is spoken by 500 million people. It is expected that in the year 2060, in the United States, Spanish will be the second Spanish-speaking country in the world. And in the year 2050, it is expected that over 754 million people will speak Spanish. So like learning the language is going to be really useful in the future. Then, of course, Spanish language is not only spoken in Spain. We have so many other countries, as you can see on this picture, where Spanish language is spoken. And then, as the ambassador was mentioning on his speech, Spain is the second safest country in Europe, okay, according to the Eurostat source. So this is, I think, it's a relevant fact for you to know as well, that anybody coming to Spain can move freely and safely all around the country. And then we are the third worldwide and second in Europe with a major number of sites declared as World Heritage Sites. So you can see a few examples there and some others, like okay, in Barcelona, in Madrid, okay, Santiago de Compostela, in Galicia, Alhambra de Granada, Mezquita de Córdoba. Okay. And then some other figures there. I'm gonna go really quickly on those figures, but we have plenty of tourists every year. We are the second country in the world in number of hotel beds, fourth world destination for international congresses and meetings, so on and so forth. And some other relevant data here as well concerning, for instance, we are the first European country and third in the world in agricultural biotechnology, second European country and ninth in the world in automobile production, and some other data that you have there. Okay? So we are really strong on that. And then talking about quality of because Spain has a good quality of life, but also our universities are very high quality. So as you probably know, there are different world rankings in order to tell us the quality of universities all around the world. So in Spain, 55 universities out of the 91 universities that we have at the moment are among the best 5% in the world, okay, out of 20,000 universities analyzed all around the world, according to different rankings, QS ranking, THE ranking, and so on and so forth. So it is, I mean, the top quality that we offer in our universities is something to take into consideration as well. And then with respect to the number of degrees, masters and PhDs that we offer, we have more than 3,000 degrees, more than 1,000 PhDs, and more than 3,000 masters. And concerning English taught programs, we have around 630 bachelor degrees in English and more than 400 in masters in English that are totally or partially taught in English. These numbers are going up and up every month, so it could be even more at the moment. Okay, here you have two QR codes for you to check if you want. This KEDU, that means que estudiar dónde en la universidad, in English, what to study and where in Spain. So if you scan that QR, they will take you to a website where you will find that information. For Spanish programs, for English programs, you have to use the other one, English taught programs, okay? If you visit the booth, I can tell you the website and where you can find it as well. And then here is some information that I can give you later on more specifically if you're interested. How can you get your degree in Spain? Well, if you go to a private university, you have to contact the university straight away. If you go to a public university, you can have access to the IB, the International Baccalaureate, and you have to contact UNED Assist in order to know the requirements you need in order to have access to the university. And of course, you have, as the ambassador said, you have to go to the consulate in order to get your studies homologated or convalidated. Plus EBAU. EBAU is like an entry test we have in Spain that you have to go through. Okay. But instead, if you're not going to do a degree in Spain, you want to do a master or a PhD, there are no general requirements except for the level of Spanish language or English language required. So you have to contact the coordinator of the program straight away, okay, and they'll tell you all the requirements they are asking for at the moment. Concerning prices, these are the prices in euros, okay? So just for you to know how much it costs to study at a public or private university in Spain. So prices are quite reasonable. If you do a degree, if you go, for instance, to the south of Spain, to Andalusia, it's like 500 euros per year, which is quite affordable, up to 8,000 euros, depending on the university. And then for master degrees, it's 1,000 up to 19,000, and for PhD, from 60 euros up to 400 euros. Of course, private universities' prices are different, okay, are higher, but do check them with them. And then we also, in our website, offer you information about all the scholarships available at the moment that different universities and institutions are offering right now. So there is a short list of some examples that you will find in our website. Okay. And then, okay, this is the price of universities in Spain. What about life in Spain? Well, of course, if you go to Madrid or Barcelona, it's going to be more expensive. If you go to smaller cities, it will be cheaper. So Madrid, Barcelona numbers are in blue, and the rest of the country is in red. Okay. So for instance, for transport, we are talking about, this is always per month. Okay. So Madrid, Barcelona, 55 euros per month, and 35 for the rest of the country. These numbers, we have to be careful with that because, for instance, in Spain, now, because of the pandemic, they are trying to save up money. So, for instance, public transport is cheaper. We don't pay as much as we used to pay, and some trains are free. I mean, you just pay like 5 euros till December, and then you get those trains for free. So those are the prices, the regular prices, but it can be even better. Then food, you might need 300 euros per month in Madrid and Barcelona, 200 in the rest of Europe, Spain, sorry. Then for accommodation, 350 in Madrid, Barcelona if you share a flat, 200 in the rest of Europe. Okay. And for leisure, 200 per month, 150, that depends on what you do in your free time. And then, well, in order to come to Spain, you need to get a student visa. You have to go to the consulate here in Manila, or you can get this card, this international student card, okay, which is valid for 6 months or more. And then, again, if you want more information about visas, you can ask the consulate, but I have some information on the second floor as well. But our national policy is easy visa, easy procedures. So you should be all right with getting the visa in order to come to Spain. And then many students do ask me, Eva, can I work and study at the same time in Spain? And the answer is yes. So the situation is that you can study while, you can work while you are studying or after completing your studies. So at the moment, according to the law, you can work up to 20 hours per week. But we know things are going to change in the coming weeks, so it's going to go up to 30 hours per week. So this is good for the students. Students are quite happy about that as well. Okay. And then, of course, I don't mention that on the slide, but once you are done with your studies, you have 1 year. You can stay up to 1 year in Spain in order to be able to find a job. And that is going to change as well in the coming weeks or months. And it's going to be like 2 years, because we are aware that in some other countries, they go up to 2 years. So we want to do the very same thing for the students. And then I just want to finish my presentation with this concept of European universities. Universidad Complutense from Madrid, they have started this year with this program. And it's very interesting because, I don't know, yeah. Okay, so the European universities are transnational alliances, and they center their programs on promoting the European values. And what they do is students start on the first year, for instance, in Madrid, and this is just an example, and the second year they go to France, third year they go to Italy, fourth year they go to Germany. So they are doing European studies in 4 years in 4 different countries. And I mean, when Complutense from Madrid opened the registration this year, just in a few days, they were full, you know, like students were so excited about this new program that all the vacancies were taken and there were no more vacancies left. So it was a very successful program. So anybody interested in those European studies, this is a very good option. Okay, I have to wrap up. Okay, thank you very much. So this is a list of the European university, Spanish universities enrolled in this program. I think you cannot see it very well, but well. And this is all on my site. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. Those are our coordinates, sepie.es, internationalization. There you will find everything that I said and a lot more. Our email address, in case you want to contact us, and our social networking sites. So this is all on my side. Thank you very much for being so kind. And I think there are no time for questions. So I'm on the second floor, okay? Thank you very much.